Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Purple Talks. It's your host, Mariette, and I'm here today with Georgia. Georgia, go ahead and introduce yourself for those that don't know you.
Hi, guys. So my name is Georgia. I'm a senior here at college, graduating this May.
Yeah.
But then I'm coming back for my master's, so I have another 2 years here. So very excited. Yeah.
I didn't know you was coming back for 2 years. I thought it was 1 year. I love to see
2
it.
years.
Congratulations,
Thank
you did
you.
it.
Yes,
How was
I know.
it?
Good, really good. So I'm going for nursing.
Yeah.
So they let me waive my nursing. You have to technically have your nursing certification before you apply to the NP program, and they waived it for me because I'm going to be working.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
that's the Lord.
It is. It is.
Yes, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
How's your day going?
Good. I slept in today.
Me too.
I needed a day. I didn't set an alarm. Slept in. It was very nice.
I set an alarm, but I slept late. Like, I was literally up last night watching Instagram Reels on the floor.
Girl,
so funny.
Let me tell you, so when the TikTok ban happened, right? I deleted TikTok. I was like, done. I'm getting rid of it. Bye. Then I was like, well, what am I going to watch? Mm-hmm. So I started going on Instagram Reels. I can't go back.
Really?
I can't go back.
I know. I feel like Instagram Reels are funnier.
Yes, they are.
They're so funny. With TikTok, it's just a lot of things that you're seeing. Different topics and stuff like that. But with Instagram, it's so particular. Whatever you like is what you're going to see. TikTok, it's they're detectives.
You never know.
They listen to what we're saying. So by the time I get on TikTok, they're going to be showing me podcasts, different products. But with Instagram, the funniest. Mm-hmm. They're so funny. And the comments, nothing is more funnier than the comments.
Oh, reading the comments, that gets me.
I was literally so weak in my bed last night. It was so funny.
Yeah, I always do that. I stay up way too late watching Reels.
Yeah. How's college, though?
It's been good this year. Yeah. I think that this year has been really different for me. And, well, I don't think you know this. I was technically supposed to graduate last year.
Really?
Yeah. So my high school graduation class was of 2020.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I came to CUCA, and I was in their nursing program that they had at the time. Mm-hmm. And it was a 2-1-2 or 1-2-1 program. Yeah. So you get your associates after the third year, and then you get your bachelor's after last year. Mm-hmm. So I started in that program, and I hated it. It was so hard. It was we had to drive to another place to do our schooling every day. Oh, wow. It wasn't even on campus. Yeah. It was really hard. And the teachers weren't very supportive, and it was kind of the first thing they said to us when we got there, they sat us down, and they were like, look to your left, look to your right. Half of you aren't going to be here by the end. And we were like, yeah. Yo. So I immediately was like, wow, I don't know if this is what I want to be doing with my life. Mm-hmm. So after my first year, I was like, wow, it's progressively getting harder because we have 2 years there. Yeah. So I passed my first year. A lot of the girls didn't pass their first year. It was a very intense program.
It was a nursing program though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just accelerated. So it was packed.
Yeah.
So then I go into my second year, and I failed.
Wow.
I failed. And I have never failed at anything that monumental in my life. It was so crushing because I was salutatorian of my class in high school. I did so well in school. Yeah. And I was just in a really bad place at that time mentally and with school. And I kind of didn't give as much energy into it as I should have, and I failed. So I'm like, well, what do I do now? Yeah. What are my options? I still wanted to be a nurse.
Yeah.
But I kind of felt well, maybe that's a sign. I shouldn't continue, you know?
Yeah.
So then I stayed at CUCA. I said, I'll stay at CUCA. They dissolved the old program, so it doesn't even exist anymore. Okay. Because it was not functional.
Yeah.
And they started the new program, which added a year for me. But this year has been the best year I've had.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. And it really is God, because I wouldn't have been here for a lot of the things that I am now. And I feel like I'm so, I am getting more comfortable being myself, and I'm like incorporating, like doing programs with like random things and people, and I just am more out of my comfort zone this year, and I am using more resources that are available to me here, and I finally feel like, wow, this is what college is like. And I'm in my senior year. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's funny how things work out like that. Because I really thought, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah. How did you come back from that low moment in your life? Because that's really, I could take it as a sign as well. I'll be like, this is probably not what I was supposed to be doing. So how did you come back from that moment?
So at that time, I was kind of lost mentally. I didn't know who I really was. Yeah. So, you know that I grew up in a very religious home?
No.
My dad is a pastor.
Really? Yeah. You're a PK.
Yes, my dad is a pastor. And my family actually started the church that, like, I still go to now, but I grew up in the church. So I was there Sunday morning, Sunday night, Friday night, Saturday. Yeah. And then I also went to school at the church.
Okay.
So, like, elementary through middle school.
Oh, wow.
So I was there all the time. So when I decided that I've always wanted to go to college, but when I decided, like, you know, I'm actually going to do this, I had found this new sense of freedom. Yeah. Yeah. That I had never experienced before. Growing up in the church, it's, I don't know. It's just it can be kind of consuming. And sometimes you feel like, I need to catch my breath, like, hello, like, back off of me, like, everybody seems, especially being
the pastor's kid. Yeah, that's so much pressure, because there's expectation. Yeah. They expect you to just accelerate, just do well. Yes. We're looking at you. Right. We're judging you.
All eyes. Yes. And my sister, love her, she was more of the problem child. So, like, everybody was always like, oh, here she comes. Like, you know, like, she got, like, her nose pierced when she was, like, freshly, like, 16, like, just stuff like that. Yeah. So, so I was always, like, the good child. So then I'm like, I come to college and I'm like, hey, I have a little bit of freedom here.
A lot of freedom.
Yeah. So I went a little crazy, I will admit. Yeah. I was, like, going to parties and, like every weekend I was out. You could count on it. Yeah. Like Friday, Saturday, like, girl, I was out. And so I just kind of lost sight of why I was here and what I was doing.
That makes sense, yeah.
So I think when I failed, I had to reevaluate my values and what I want and what my end goal is. And so within the same month that I found out I failed, I totaled my car. You know how they say bad things comes in threes? Yeah. So then I was like, great, what's next? Gosh, you know? Yeah. So then I got into this really unhealthy relationship. Like I said, I really just lost sight of who I was and what I wanted. Yeah. And I think what brought me back was God, because I had grown up in that, so of course I knew, you know. Yeah. There's always that, like, Georgia.
I talked about this before. I was like, they know that God is there, but in the back of your head, you just pushing it off. It's just like, let me live my life. I'm young, I'm turned, I'm in college. But you know God is real. But when bad things start happening, you start remembering.
Yep. So I remember literally feeling like I was running away. Yeah. Like, leave me alone. Like, I wanted to figure it out on my own. Yeah. I wanted to, like, of course I still, like, would call myself, like, a Christian or, like, go to church, but I wasn't chasing. I was running away. And so when I started chasing, things started falling into place for me. And not to say that you should only chase when you're going through something hard.
No.
Because that can be a really hard temptation.
Yeah.
Because when things are going good, why would you want to pray and reach out?
Yeah.
And, it's always in that time of desperation that we're like, God, please,
Yeah.
So I really do think that what brought me back from that bad time was chasing God. Yeah.
And that's also a good thing, because when bad things tend to happen to us, they all come from God.
Yeah.
I even read this one verse before. It was in Proverbs. It's like, God loves you so much that he caused the bad thing to happen to you so you could get back to him.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was me, like, a year ago or something, with, like, my whole relationship. It's like something bad had to happen for me to actually be like, okay,
right,
I'm actually not living a life that I'm supposed to be living.
Yeah.
I think I am. Like, I know I'm Christian and I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm justifying a lot of my sin.
Yes.
And I'm just
living
how I feel like I want to live, but, like, I'm not living to the standard that God expects me to live in.
Yeah.
So he will cause all the bad things to happen, and then when you start reevaluating your life, you're like, actually, I shouldn't have been doing that in the first place.
Yeah.
So this is God's love that has caused me to actually change and actually focus on him.
Yeah.
So you was really running away from God, and God is just chasing you.
Right.
But God is also gentle. He's going to want you to come to him, not only when you need something, but every time. Like, you should always have that relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I know. So I think a big thing with that, too, is just, like, I have a problem with pride. And I didn't want to admit what I was doing was probably not what I should have been doing. And the way I was living was not okay.
Yeah.
And I think that was another huge part of it for me, was being like, you know what, God, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And, like, surrendering that stuff that isn't fulfilling to me or isn't building me up. Yeah. Why would I want to be giving into things that aren't giving back, you know?
And that's the thing with sin as well. It's like, it's temporary. Like, you're having fun just for the weekend, but then the whole week you're not really having that fun. But, like, with God, it's like you're fulfilled throughout. Yeah. On the weekend and on the weekdays.
Yeah.
Oh, no. But, like, everybody goes through that. I feel like as Christians, we always have that moment where it's like, let me reevaluate. God, redirect my steps. Yeah. Because I feel like I'm straying away, or I'm not hearing your presence or feeling you. But, like, he's there as well. Like, he was there with you doing everything he was doing.
He doesn't abandon you. And I think that's what I had to, like, I always knew that, because, like, you always hear that. Like, my dad would always tell me, like, well, he's always with you. And I'm like, okay, well, does it feel like it, Yeah. So I think that, like you said, just, he really is always there. It's just, he wants you to come to him.
Yes. Yeah. God is so gentle. Yeah. God is not going to force himself onto you. He's going to have his arms open. Yeah. And, like, it's just you coming to him as the Father. Oh my! I actually did not know you was Christian, honestly. Except when you started sending me songs, and I'm like, wait, are you just sending them to me because you know that's what I listen to? Or I was so confused, but I was like, I actually like this one. So I did not know that. Yeah. That's so crazy. Like, here.
I know.
That's why I also started Fruitful Talks. It's like to get to know people and their perspective and their journeys and stuff. Yeah. Because it says you shall know them by their fruit. The way they act, the way they carry themselves, they speak and stuff like that in conversations. It's like, get to know people more. Yeah. So I really like that. Yeah.
A little bit about me.
Yes. What's one thing that you learned in life? Like a really, really, like, important lesson that you learned?
I think right now. Yeah. So, like, of course, I think in every season we have, like, certain things that stick out to us or takeaways from, like, certain seasons in life. But I think the biggest thing that I'm learning right now is that I'm right where I need to be. And it's all in his timing. Yes. Because I wanted so badly to graduate last year and start my RN. And, like, I had a plan for my life. I planned everything out to a T. This is when I was going to graduate. This is where I'm going to work. Not my plan, but his plan. He has a greater plan, because I thought, like I said, I was going to be done by now, but here I am, and now I'm going through my master's, and I would have never had that opportunity if I wasn't right here. And just like in small things too. You meet people that you never would have thought you would meet.
Yeah.
You have interactions with people that you wouldn't have if you weren't right where you are. And I think that has been a huge thing for me because I struggle with comparison too.
Yeah.
And just comparing myself to other people's lives or where they're at.
Yeah.
And they're ahead of me or like I'm behind. And so right now I would say, I am learning how to be thankful and at peace with where I am.
I feel like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy that you're saying that, because literally last night, that was my devotional.
Really?
Yes. Like, I had this Bible study with my friends, and we just share, like, the word. And yesterday, I was the one leading the Bible study, and I shared it. One of the verses that I shared was that one up there. It's Proverbs 3:5. It says, trust in the Lord with all your life and lean not on your own understanding. And it's like you said, you have plans, you know what you want, but it's like you have to trust God even with your plans, even without knowing where He's taking you or what He wants for you. And like with life, there's a lot of things that can happen, and everybody has different stories. That's why like comparison is really a bad thing. It's like I'm gonna just say be famous. I want to be famous, and I'm looking at someone who's famous, but they got famous in like 10 months. But the way God works, you would say one thing and you'll go viral in one day and get to whatever it is that you're looking forward to. So it's like you should not compare your story, or you should not compare your journey to somebody else's, because God could really put you where He wants you to be, or even push you further than the other person is. And another one that I shared was Philippians, I think it's Philippians 4:6. It says, do not be anxious about anything, but instead pray over everything with petition and give thanks to God. Oh my gosh, that one as well.
You're impressing me with this scripture, girl. Like, you're just pulling it out. I
love to read the Bible.
Yes.
It's so crazy because we get anxious, we get so worried, we want a lot of different things, and it's like God has His plans for you as well, and God loves you. Like I shared that one verse the other day. It's like God is holding your hand.
Yeah.
It's like with every detail of your life, like God is right there with you. So it's no reason for you to be worried. It's no reason for you to be like stressed over it. And when I was meditating on that one that I shared as well, it's like if you're godly, just know with every detail, like you eating, you showering, you going to church, every detail of your life, He's right there with you. And that's also love as well if you look at it, because God knows we could worry, but He's like, don't worry about anything, but instead pray over everything. He's taking the load. He's taking the worry away from you. He wants you to live your life and enjoy it. But why are you wasting your life being worried over something that He's taking care of already?
Yeah. It's so funny because sometimes I'm like, sometimes I get like, how's He even know me? Like, you know, how's He even know me?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a conversation with Him. Like, obviously, we talk, but it's like, it's different, you know? You're not sitting down with somebody and like having a conversation. And then I'll read a verse like that, you know? And I'm like, how's He know that like we tend to be anxious?
Yeah.
And you
He's our creator. Of course He does all these things. And that's also something that a lot of people don't understand. It's like God is right there with you. God knows everything that you're feeling, but sometimes He wants you to speak to Him. Like He knows I'm going through this, but talk to Him about it. And that's also one thing I had to put my pride down about. I did not always want to tell God everything that I'm going through, because I just feel like I'm complaining. And I don't want to be that type of person that's always complaining about everything. Like, God, you give me shelter, like you give me food, you give me the breath of life. So why am I still complaining? But He wants you to say what's on your heart, because He knows you feel it. And we're made in His image. So like God gets jealous. Like God is sensitive. So He knows we're sensitive as well. But He wants you to bring it to Him. He wants you to tell Him. And I had to like really put my pride down and be like, okay, even if I'm complaining to my Father. I'm not going out here telling people God is not good. God is always great. But I'm going to the source and being like, God, I'm going through this right now. Please help me. Like I'm humbling myself and knowing that He's able to give me the strength and He's able to help me.
Yeah. It's funny that we do that too, because I'm like, He already knows. And I'm like, girl, you just gotta say it, you know, like He already knows how we're feeling. Sometimes when I'm praying, I'll say something and I'm like, I didn't mean to say it that way. I'm like, wait a minute, how did I mean to say that? Like, He knows my heart. He knows where that came from, and that's not coming from a place
a bad place. And that's also something we're so cautious about, the things that we're saying to God, but God is our friend. Like we could really speak to God like He's our friend. And I'm also learning to understand that and live in that every day, because sometimes we're so focused on being so particular with the way we're praying, like, God, you're my Father in heaven. I'm very humble before you, but it's like speak to him as a friend.
Yeah.
Like the way you speak to your homegirl or your homeboy, like speak to God as a friend because he's loving, like he cares. Like I feel like we think God does not have a sense of humor, but I actually think he does.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, he does.
But just don't get too comfortable because some people might start saying certain things and it's like, okay, now you're getting disrespectful and you think you're being funny.
Yeah.
And also another thing that a lot of people don't understand is as believers, we also have those moments of doubt. I'm not gonna lie, I've had those. Like you just said, you're like, does God even know what I'm feeling?
Right.
I've had moments where it's like, I'm questioning certain things, but I don't stay in them. Like, I'm like, God, you're the creator. Like, you made it all, and there's answers to all of this. And although it might not make sense to me right now, I know when I get to heaven, you're gonna answer all my questions. And I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. Because a lot of things just don't make sense right now. But I'm like, I know at the end of the day, like you're gonna answer them, and I'm gonna be content with what you're gonna tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, being Christian is really not easy.
It's not, and it's hard because there's this thing in our society where like, just give it to God, like he'll take it, like, and it's kind of like a putting all of your baggage on God, and then this mindset of everything will be better, or everything will be easy, and he never says things will be easy, but he says that he helps carry your burden. You know, so I mean, like, I had to like have a moment with myself one time where I was like, am I going to pursue a relationship with God and let him help carry my load, or am I going to do it on my own? Because I'm too prideful. So I think that, like I said, it's not going to be easy. But it's easier.
For sure. I feel like faith, like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to explain faith, but just having faith and knowing that it's going to be all right, that should just give you peace. It's not easy. Do you think if God was a physical person, it would be easier? Because I feel like another reason a lot of people don't believe or like understand the whole give it to God, he's taking care of it, he got you. Do you think if he was physical, it's like, okay, now I know I'm physically giving it to you, they're more sure that it's going to be okay? Because a lot of people don't believe in it because they don't see who they're giving it to. So
that's a good question. I think that I have had those moments where I'm like, show me a sign. I'm laying my fleece out. Show me a sign that you're real. You know, God doesn't work like that. Like, he doesn't work like that. He's not like a circus animal. Like, and I think that is, to me, one of the hardest parts of faith. Faith, like, following blindly and believing that he's there, believing that he's listening when you can't see or feel him. That's a really hard question. If you could see him, would it feel differently? And
I feel like it would feel different, but I feel like people, no, we would just, I don't even know. I feel like it would be very different, and I'm glad it is the way it is, because if you could physically see God, you would minimize him. It would be like,
I agree.
You're a human. Why am I believing in you? And I don't know.
I agree with you.
I don't understand that, but I think it would be different when it comes to like the faith thing. It's like, I know I'm giving it to somebody. Like, I see you. Here it is. Like, you're taking it. But there'll just be a whole different issue with that, because there's always something with society. So God knew what he was doing when he did it this way. And also another thing, it's like people want to know where they're going and where they're going to be in life. But it's like, if God will show you where you're going to be, I feel like that would be scary. Or you will take the process for granted. Like, now I don't even know where I'm going to be in 5 years. So I'm just putting my faith in him. But if I knew I was going to be successful in 5 years, I don't even think I'll put in the effort right now. Because I'm like,
well, I'm going to be successful.
I'm going to be successful at the end of the day. So it's like, I don't even have to put in all the effort that I'm putting in right now. So it's kind of good that God is invisible physically to us. And we just have to trust him. In spirit.
It's hard. It's hard.
It is. And a lot of pressure as well. Because choosing to be a believer is like carrying a cross and giving up a lot of things. But it's good to me, and I love it that way. I love it that way.
I do too.
Yes.
I'm learning every day to love it more. But
it's just the peace in the storm. Like, I would say this semester and this year has just been so hard because I've been carrying a lot more academically and like with my jobs and stuff like that. And even today I was doing a survey that Leah sent us this morning, and she was like, "Give us one word to describe this academic year," and I was like, "Different." It's just been so different, and it's been so much and overwhelming, but just the peace that God has given me, and like I tried to be like the most positive person I could possibly be. So I just feel like God has given me peace in the storm. Like, if it wasn't for God, I feel like I would have been crashed out. I would have gone. But He's just giving me peace and the motivation every single day, and just reminders every single day as well that He's with me and He got me. So I'm so happy for that.
Oh, that's really good to hear. I'm glad.
I'm so happy that I have a relationship with Him, and whoever's out there and you don't have a relationship with God and you're going through a lot, just know that He got you. He's holding your hand, and He just wants you to call onto Him and come to Him because He loves you. Do you think you're going to be friends with the people that you met here?
Like, for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
I do. I think that I have, like, made some really good friendships here.
Yeah.
I'm such a bad texter. I'm such a bad texter, girl. Like, my friends always get on me about it because I'm an in-person person.
Okay.
I love talking. I love one-on-one time. Like, oh, I need to see your face.
I feel like that's me
talk.
too.
Yeah.
But I'll
do FaceTime.
Yes, I'm a phone person.
Yes.
Texting, not really.
Yeah.
I'll FaceTime you. If you call me, I'll answer.
Right.
But texting, I'll see your message and reply in my head.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm like, ooh. Days later, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am not the best texter. So, like, I even have some friends that, like, graduated last year that, like, I text every once in a while. Like, and I'm talking, like, not as often as I should because I'm just not good at it. But I think that, I think a lot of the friendships that I've made now, like I said, I wouldn't have met a lot of the people that I know now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the friends that I have right now in my life, I think will be around in some capacity for the rest of my life.
Do you have people that you're still friends with from high school?
I have a couple, not really.
Like friends, not acquaintances.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have a couple. So I went to a small high school.
Me too.
Girl, how many people did you graduate with?
Maybe not as small.
Yeah.
Mine was 60. But people say that's small.
So I graduated with 30.
Okay.
Yeah. So I graduated with 30 people. So like I knew everyone in my class.
Yeah.
And there was like a couple of people in my class that I was like really close to. One I like grew up with. So like her and I still talk every once in a while. And I like seeing like, oh my gosh, one girl from my class, she just announced that she's having a baby. And I was like, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so weird to me to like see people get married and have babies.
Yes.
And then like, that goes back to the like, and I'm here at school.
Yeah.
Am I behind?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool to watch other people grow that like you grew up with, you know? And looking back, I don't even recognize myself in high school. Like, who was that? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever look back and you're like,
some of the videos, I watch it. I'm like, I don't know what the heck I was doing.
like, what was I on? Like, what was I doing?
Ew.
Yes. Like, what was I wearing? What was
Even like my freshman year here, but
yeah, no, same. But yeah, I think there's a lot of friendships now in my life because I think once you reach college, you're developing more in ways that you don't in high school, and you're really becoming an adult.
Yeah.
And the friendships that you make in college, I think, are a little more adult.
Yeah.
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 So, I don't know. I think that I will have those friendships for a long time.
I feel like I'm trying to understand that.
Yeah.
Because some friendships I thought were going to flourish from high school into like college and like the rest of my life, but like some of them aren't. So I'm just trying to like understand that if it's God's will and they're supposed to actually be in your life, they will.
That is a great topic because I have a couple friends that I really thought we would be friends for the long haul. Yeah. And I like mourned the friendships when I realized that wasn't going to be the case, you know? When you realize, oh, we're really not that similar.
Yeah.
Like, you can still love someone and, like, get along, but you don't really click. And I think it's sad because if you really valued that friendship with someone, it can be like grieving, like you're losing someone.
Yeah.
But I think that, like you said, I think God puts people in our life and takes them away for a reason.
Some people are temporary, and that's fine. So I feel like when you're sitting there speaking about certain things that you're going to do in the future with certain people and they don't happen, like I have that attachment, that emotional attachment to people. It's like it breaks me and then goes to the whole grieving thing. It's like I thought we were going to do this. I thought we were going to be superstars.
I know.
Yeah, but no. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I just hope everything is in God's hands.
It's all in His hands.
And it all works out for His glory. As long as it does that, that's all we need.
I know.
Because we think we know what's best for us, but we actually don't.
Oh, girl, I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm like, oh, I should be doing this.
Yeah.
I know this. And no. Take a seat. Take a seat.
Everybody has their own story, and some people are getting married this year, might be getting married, I don't know when, but whenever that time comes, like God is going to honor you, especially if you're like living and walking in the way of God. Oh my gosh, that's something that I'm learning. It's like, it's going to be different, and it's going to be honorable. Yeah. It's like you were living a life that was glorifying to me, and I'm going to honor you, and you're going to have like the best marriage. Yeah. And like the people you were looking up to or like comparing yourself to are like probably in toxic relationships, but like yours is like the best thing because you actually put God first. So I'm like really excited for the future. I'm always excited for the future and what God has coming. Because although there might be some bad times hit, but there might be some bad times, but just knowing that I'm secure at the end of the day, like God got me. Yeah. That's all that matters. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm excited we had this conversation.
I know, me too.
It was really, really fruitful.
It was.
And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have you ever actually been on a podcast?
No. First time.
First time being on the podcast.
Yes.
With a fruitful talk. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself, Georgia. And I'll see you guys in my next episode. Bye.